Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2023 River Riot presented by Visit the Shoals and supported by Innova. We've got the last 9 holes here of round 2 of this PDGA beat here. We are back at the club at Cypress. Joining you once again, I am Felix.
And I'm Conrad.
Conrad, we're back for the last 9 on this stretch to see who's going to be in position to make a move for this victory here.
So we're going to take a peek here at the leaderboard to see how they've handled the front 9 here. The back is going to be a little bit more interesting. We have Logan Bowers still out ahead by 3 strokes. Jordan Neal on a different card peeking in, as well as E. Lucas Pierce. He's peeking in from another card too. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen here on the back 9.
Yeah, we'll start things off here on hole 10, a par 3, a difficult one at that, 465 feet. You got out of bounds on your right and left hand side defined by these cart paths here. Most of these guys are really trying to break this hole down and play it for the simple 3. The big arms are going to try to get it, but it is a tricky one as there's also out of bounds long, and this can be one of the windier holes on the course typically. I would expect to see maybe some fairway drivers, but likely some mid-ranges and putters to just get up and down for this 3.
This is one you got to pick your poison, forehand, backhand, and really just commit to staying inbounds. You don't want to waste a stroke going OB here. That right there was definitely a placement shot, not really trying to get to the pin. He's going to settle for his par.
Yeah, Logan has the power to get there, and he's got a wide rim in his hand, and he's putting a move on it.
Oh, yeah, it's going out, fighting back quite nicely. He's going to get a little ground play, and just outside of the circle. I don't know if that's a putt that you want to run, but we're talking about Logan, so yeah, we expect to see a run here.
Dylan also nice and wide with a high-speed driver. Looking to get some edge here to grab and hold, and it does.
Oh, wow. Yes. Made it to the circle, and it stuck. That's one fear that you have, is going over there and then ending up leaking up OB. This is turned over. I don't think Calvin likes that. That's OB. There's no way that's coming back. Someone will have to pick that up and throw it.
Yeah, Aidan going a little far right there.
That was Aidan, my fault.
Giving a little bit too much angle. This is Calvin here.
This is Calvin, yeah.
Knocking the box there with that upshot. He's in a position for a drop in par. Aidan will have to try to run this if he's trying to save him.
Nope, he's going to settle.
Yep. Smart play.
Settle for a tap into. Take your lick when you have to.
Yeah. Logan wasted no time in laying up. Yeah, it didn't even give me a chance to get the camera on him. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
He's setting a record. He is a new father, and he did mention several times throughout the round how having a baby will change your life. So it's changing his disc golf game too.
All right. He's learning patience and temperance and all the other stuff that comes with having a baby.
Nevertheless, taking the 3 here. Not really losing strokes to the field on this hole.
I think we may have talked over Dalton walking away with a birdie there.
Yeah, Dylan with one of the only birdies here. Only 2 on the day. Himself and Jordan Henshaw with the 2 birdies on hole 10.
Moving on to hole 11 here. This is a par 3 coming in at 380. You're going to have to play up this gap. This is one of the few holes that are fully wooded on both the left and the right. There's a truly defined fairway that you want to get down. Most folks are going to go with a forehand, but you can throw a late turning backhand here just to get into the green area. This is a very scoreable hole as long as you can pure the fairway. I expect to see a lot of people going for the 2 here.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the fairway rewards the forehand play here. It seems like a natural fit, and it draws the disc towards the basket as long as you don't do that. But it kind of siphons it and kind of guides the disc back at the end of the fairway towards the basket.
We took that out a little wide, but it didn't fight all the way back over. It had a nice flight, but didn't fight all the way back over. But he's still inside the circle, and he should have a putt at it.
Yeah, he never quite got the edge of the disc to come back. This looks pretty promising.
And it's nice. It's nice seeing that fly, just the color on it. And oh, snap.
Yeah, let's get another look at that one.
I get to watch the fight in slow-mo here as he just peers the fairway. This is just like bounces off of the little mound and hits the man. This is what the hole was drawn up for. I mean, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, literally just a couple of inches away from ringing up the ace here on hole 11. Here's a backhand play. This one's turning maybe a little early, though.
It got sneaky. Went all the way through. Didn't hit any trees.
Dylan here looking to punch his way up with the forehand, taking the high approach and letting it drift back over nicely, and that is beautifully done.
That's the power save you want to have there.
Now he's being attacked by either a silkworm. We're trying to figure out if it was a silkworm or a spider.
Ooh, just on the right side.
Calvin here with about 25 feet.
Ooh, he missed right side change as well.
A little bit of a push. Logan lining up the birdie after nearly getting the ace.
That's what you want to have after ace run. You want to have a birdie. You don't want to go from ace to par.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you can get those mean rollaways off the cage or the band, and you're left with a 40-footer after you nearly ace.
Mm-hmm.
Good cleanup there for Calvin.
Dylan just tapping in his par.
And Aidan here a little out of sorts so far on the back nine between going OB and missing this hole a little bit in the putt. Gets the par though, but not an easy birdie. Only 5 birdies on the day, a handful literally on this hole.
Wow.
The Toro is really good for short backhand and forehanded approaches. I really love it when the wind picks up a little. I can trust it to still fade towards the basket. Developing the Toro with Dave, I was looking for a low profile, slow disc that was good for forehand and backhand approaches. And through several iterations, we finally landed on this disc. You know, having my name on it, it's just, you know, the cherry on top.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Want to give a big shout out to Dynamic Disc Iron City. If you're in the area, you already know, go visit them. Hole 12, par 4, 805 feet, difficult one. Low tunnel coming out of the actual teeing area and then going uphill. Kind of guiding your shot into this open area here is step 1. Your secondary shot here can get you close, but there is out of bounds very tight on the right-hand side, so controlling your second shot, which should normally be a long one at this distance, can be very tricky to secure your birdie or even the par.
You also have that hill that you have to contend with on that approach shot to the basket that is a long sloping hill down, so you have to take all that in consideration on your approach.
There's a lot going on this hole. It plays for the par 5 for the amateurs and as a par 4 for the pros, and we got a roller
we have here.
Just needs to stand up.
I think the roller tested the OB there a little bit because there is OB over there as well.
Oh, he's missed the mandatory. That's right. Didn't mention the mandatory on the left-hand side. It doesn't typically come into play on the drive.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and Calvin clipping some high cabbage and bringing them straight down. Trying to roller as well, but that one gets clotheslined in midair.
So I'm trying to figure out which fairway he's on. I don't think he's on the right hole fairway. I think he's on the previous hole's fairway, but he finds a gap out and pushes.
Stays in bounds? It does.
Yep, stays in bounds and pushes down. He'll be able to save par from there.
Calvin at this far back is just really aiming at a point in the sky. Having some knowledge of the course here is very beneficial because at this point you're throwing out a blind target. And he is able to get it pretty much in the center here. There's the mandatory on the tree there. You see that yellow arrow, the one that was missed by the roller by Dylan. And on the second shot, as you can see, it can definitely come into play. But I like I said, on the drive, I wouldn't expect it to really come into play. But Dylan going to that drop zone.
Pushes that out over the OB, trusting it to come back, and That is one heck of a play. Inside the bullseye. Well, not quite the bullseye, but inside circle.
Yeah, really great shot there to have a look at the par still, even after going out of bounds.
We're missing a man, though.
That too. Same result, different name.
A little left, yeah. Which is where that hill is, but I think he was able to stay. Ooh,
no, and there's that out of bounds, very tight on the right, and you can see the wind picked up and just kind of floated his putter over to the right and never let it come back over.
Ooh, and
Calvin just did it too.
Wow. I didn't even think about the OB on the putts coming up, but it comes into play on everything basically.
Really good focus to hit the comeback there and just limit the damage to the one extra stroke.
Yep. And that was a scary catch too. That was the right side change doing work.
Mm-hmm. If that cuts through, that's a roll away all day.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic scramble there.
And there you go, another par save.
Aidan putting with those PX3s. I don't know if we've mentioned that, but that's a very stable disc. It's normally used by a lot of the Prodigy players as an approach disc. Not necessarily a putter, but he feels comfortable with them. And he hits putts, so I'm not going to argue with the man.
No, go ahead and argue with him. Tell him he's doing it wrong.
Aidan, you're doing too much. You need to get something gliding and straight.
Hole 13, a par 4 coming in at 717 feet. You got this double mando here that you got to hit. You want to push it out into this part of the fairway. If you can, make it by this bush that's on the left. You kind of want to be positioned to the right though, because you're going to need to be on a right angle to approach this basket in the green. You want to come around the way that the drone is coming. There is a sneaky way to go around the other side, but the tree really comes into play. And there is OB and a slant on this green, just as the others that we've seen. This is making a double mando, but it's staying over to the left. And I don't remember if that cut road or if that stayed in the fairway. Either way, he'll still have a way to approach. This is also staying kind of turned over a little bit, but it's still fine. He'll have an angle to approach as well.
Yeah, he's in like that collection bowl area, pretty common landing area.
This is more of the flight that you want to see.
Yes.
You're going to fight back a little bit? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that thicket of bushel trees there on the left either, so being right kind of opens up the second angle a little better.
Now that's the flight I expected to see out of the other disc, but they're all in a very fine place to approach from.
Yeah. We'll see some forehands. Ooh. Probably a lot of forehands.
It's went a little straight.
That's straight.
That one went too straight.
Yeah.
It hit those trees and fell down. It fell down on the basket side of the tree, so he'll have a look at trying to save something there. Aidan's trying to be sneaky and go through one of those gaps, but he throws that too low. Doesn't actually get a chance to fight through the gaps.
Might have a window look there. We'll see.
Calvin going with the traditional forehand play, up and high, let it stall and fall towards the basket.
Oh, almost goes in. Oh, and is out of bounds long.
OB. Wow, yeah. That's hard paying by the basket, so if you land there, it's gonna bounce. Not likely to stick.
Similar trajectory here from Logan, but
use the brakes in the trees. That right there is a pro move.
Yeah. Let the leaves slow you down.
Aidan with the little window, not really able to run at it, but boy.
Just checks up in time to stay safe.
Oh, I called that the basket side. I guess it's really in the thick of it.
Yeah, he's still got quite a challenge here.
Well, at least if it was worse, he wouldn't even be able to step out here. But at least he's able to step out and slowly approach. Hopefully that tree isn't in his line. I think he'll have a clear look at it.
He should be okay. I was more worried about him not having an actual arm swing back there, but he did have an arm swing.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin able to save the par. He did go out of bounds, but he was close enough to be able to secure the putt. Aidan knocking home the par.
Also getting in the par. Logan showing us how to get a birdie.
Yeah, 13 not nearly playing as difficult as 12. There were no birdies on hole 12 during round 2, and it looks like about 10 or so birdies on hole 13 this round.
Yeah, if you can play it right, it's there.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for these guys.
Especially for the, yeah. Get through the double mendo and having a fair look at the approaches. You see, Logan's kind of pulling away here, at least from his card mates.
Hole 14, probably one of the signature holes. Not probably, definitely one of the signature holes out here. This par 5 comes in at a lengthy 1,074 feet. The tee shot here is one that we all dream about. Top of the hill, all the way down. You get plenty of room to move your disc left to right. There is out of bounds on the right-hand side as there is that river working its way throughout the entirety of the hole here. You want to just basically stay in middle fairway as much as you can here. One that can be eagled by some of these bigger arms, but the birdie is almost a must-get. You look at the number and think, oh, that's so hard. But for these guys, they can carve this up in 2 or 3 shots easily.
Yeah, the only thing missing from the whole description here is this elevation drop from the tee pad to the fairway.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you just get to let your disc do its thing and watch it from the tee, and that's so much fun. And that's right in the middle. Logan bombing that Emperor.
Yeah, this is one of the holes that you, when you're practicing, you basically empty your bag.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, look at the movement on this. This is great.
Low and driven. He's going to
It's a little on the left side, so yeah. So it's going to affect his approach angle if he's trying to get a eagle into the green or into that area. Now look at this one too.
Big movement left to right, forcing it over on Andy and letting the stability kick back in, which it does with so much elevation that it gives the disc time to do all the things you want it to do. Oh my. Wow. Is it going to come out?
It has time to. Look at that.
Oh, well past Logan. What a bomb by Calvin Pettigrew. Telling you, these
Calvins.
Yeah, these tall, lanky Innova Calvins, man.
Oh, he's trying to go high.
Did not go high enough.
No. Oh man, the thing go down right in the middle of that.
Jeez, that's not good.
If you name all the places you don't want to land, that right there is the top of the list.
Yeah.
Aidan taking a cue from that, going higher and
wider,
and
maybe too wide. Oh, there it is. That is fine.
Luckily, on the other side of those trees is not OB, so even if he would have pushed through, but that's what I was saying. If you're trying to get there in 2, being cut off like that kind of makes it more difficult. If he was over where Logan and Calvin are, then that shot would have actually worked a lot better.
Yeah.
Let's see if Calvin's going to go for that route, go high and wide.
That looks pulled over. Asking for it to go left, and it's not going to do it, and he's trickled behind that line of trees there. He's going to have a punch out, maybe some type of look. We'll have to see.
All right, that's not as bad as I thought it could be. Able to step out and throw something past the basket. There's commitment there.
Ooh, a little bit of heat, yeah. See what that putt looks like. And Calvin here right behind the tree. See if he's got some kind of window on the right-hand side. And there you can see the water on the right-hand side just past him as well. There is out of bounds past. So the cart path here has a line of demarcation that denotes the actual out of bounds. So it's not just cart path, it's automatic OB. It's almost halfway. on the cart path. That might be past it. And it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I understand why they do that too, because there's another pin position that's on the other side of the cart path that side of the cart path would be inbounds for.
Oh, that would make sense.
They did it on one of the other holes too. They had the basket on either side of the cart path.
Yeah. Birdie finds its way to the bottom of the chains there for Calvin. Birdie as well for Logan Bowers. Aidan Scott taking the par, unfortunately, after going out of bounds. And the par for Dylan. One eagle on the day on this hole by E. Lucas Pierce, getting the 3.
Oh, wow.
Quit being stuck in the past. Check out the new and improved website at infinitediscs.com.
All right, welcome back. Hole 15, another par 5 coming in at 987 feet. This one is wide open off the fairway, basically, off the tee. You have 2 routes that you can go. This drone is taking what I would say was the obvious route when I looked at the hole, but there's also another lane on the right that feeds up to the basket that it has the same number of trees in the way, but it's different. I don't know how to explain it, but there's OB right behind the basket. We'll just have to see how the guys play it. See if someone plays it the other way than the drone took. Even though this hole is shorter than the previous hole because of the elevation change, it's not quite as easy to eagle this one. It's possible.
There's more tact involved in this one for sure, rather than just brute strengthening a disc over.
Oh, we got a roller going here.
Still going.
And that is staying over to the left.
It's still going.
And it's still
chasing our friend Nina over there. And still chasing her. There we go. And our friend Martin over there as well.
Martin, yeah. We want to see another roller here? Yes, we are. But this one is taking a turn to the right, and that's not a bad spot. He's may take the other route, the right alley going up to the basket. And
this is just air shot with a stable driver.
Okay.
Flattening out. That should be fine.
Yep. And I'm trying to, it looks like he's going
he's taking the hyzer route.
Right. Yep. The right. I wouldn't call it the hyzer route. Hyzer needs some air. That right there is just yeah.
It's a position shot there. It's a tricky one that side though, because the ceiling kind of closes in on you a bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got the ceiling and you have the trees on both sides, creating a clear fairway, but you still have to navigate them and make some progress up there.
That one splits everything and continues working its way up towards the basket there. Probably just outside of circle 2. Have a little approach at it.
Is Logan rolling up a roller here? Oh, no, it's just air shot.
Big air shot. No, it is a roller.
It is a roller. Okay. And that's finding his way. Oh, wow.
Fight. Oh, that's fine.
That is.
Really
he
creative.
Might be a little obstructed from the basket, but it's in a fine position.
Yeah, and he's got the creativity both with the forehand and the backhand to be able to make something work from there. Calvin going to be just behind that bushel there. I don't think it's going to give him a clean look at a putt. We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. Hit him a little forehand approach here. And
go in. Oof.
From the player cam, that looked like it was going right into the basket.
Yeah.
But it's right underneath the basket, which is just as good.
Logan's running this? Are you insane?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. You can tell from that camera angle that there's a lot of elevation, but there's even more elevation than you can see.
Than it looks. Yeah.
Like if he hits metal, it's gone. It's probably behind him.
Well, that's why he gave it everyone's giving it a little helicopter run so that it kind of lands and settles. It's not the straight run at it.
Those could be dangerous though too. Like you give it that half bit, and then all of a sudden it hits the ground and wobbles slowly, and then picks up and rolls. Those are the worst.
You know, I'm thinking about dollars.
Oh, yeah.
There was no way he could put it on the hill to have it stay.
Yeah.
At the Augusta Open.
That hole gives people nightmares. Smart play there for Dylan, getting the birdie to close out hole 15.
I think that was the star family.
Yeah, nicely done by the card. All right, hole 16 here. Par 4, 750 feet. Another picturesque hole. This tree that you're going to come by here on the right-hand side, kind of a collection area that just tends to want to go towards that little ditch area there. If you can stay clear of that, which most of these guys are looking to do, then it kind of opens up your approach either on sidearm or backhand to this pin here. Again, tightly guarded out of bounds on the right-hand side. A lot of tricky positions here with these pin placements.
Yeah. And Logan's going right at the tree, it looks like.
He is.
Trying to get... Oh, did he hit it?
He's just short of it, it looks like. We'll have to see.
Calvin, too, going right at the tree.
It's something about it.
I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Because that's where I aim when
he gets past
when I was throwing.
Yeah. It's something about that. Well, if you want to get the full flight, you gotta push that right side.
Mm-hmm.
And that tree's just right there waiting for it.
Arms wide open. You're thinking about the OB and not going OB left or right.
Yeah.
So that's like a central point to aim for. Unless you're Aidan Scott, he's nowhere near the tree.
Yeah. Oh, but he's gone out of bounds.
Yeah. Should have went to the tree, Aidan. Looking with a forehand approach. Didn't quite get all the way up there, but from his peculiar stance, he did make a lot of progress.
Nicely done.
Talking about trying to save a par. That right there looks like that's going to happen for him.
Yeah. He doesn't love it. Gotta check. I think he's touching grass. That'll be a card decision.
It looks like he's right on it. It looks like he's straddling the line.
Yeah.
Because it's not. There's a line. It's not just grass. I like when there's a line and it's not arbitrary. Because somebody be like, I'm on that blade. No. There needs to be a line to be.
Logan looks like he switched from his I'm going to run it putting stance to I'm going to lay it up putting stance there.
Wait, there's a difference?
I think there is.
Oh. Man.
The slow trickle hurts the soul.
Yep, I thought it was in, and then it wasn't.
Calvin,
nice
in the meantime, getting the birdie, yeah. 3 in a row, getting the turkey.
Aidan saving his par after the OB stroke.
And a par there as well for Logan Bowers, keeping him at 21 under. Only a few holes to go here in this second round.
Next hole we have here is 17, a par 3 from at 387. This is just a hyzer fest basically. We're going to put it out around these trees on the left and let it fall back into the basket. If not the basket, at least the green area. There's that one tree that's on the one bunker tree that's right there on the right that you want to kind of make sure that you avoid on the approach. But other than that, just throw your fairway or your distance driver that's going to fade and finish for you.
Yeah, really the only thing to avoid on the right side is that big tree that is looming on the right-hand side.
Yep, and that is a little early. So he'll be pitching out, trying to play for his par. That right there is the aim at the tree and let the disc do the work.
That's the tree I was talking about there that you want to avoid. Just a touch too straight. You can see that that flag whipping, kind of pushing the disc from left to right. Might have held his disc out there a little longer than he wanted. Flirting with that same branch and the same tree. And the same result.
That's the flag that you want. You just needed to finish before it gets to the tree.
Yeah.
Let's see if Aidan can do a little something different here.
Oh, it's taking a bit of a
Taking
straighter
more of
line.
a straighter. Yeah, but it's going to finish to... Never mind. He's putting at it. I thought he was going to finish over towards the trees like where Calvin is, but he's past that point. Calvin's just approaching here. Trying to get an easy putt to tap out his par. Yeah, why not run it?
Wow. That
Well,
was
maybe that's why
committed
not.
run. Yeah.
Yeah. Which stance is this?
That looks like the
This is
go
running
for it.
stance, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh! And he knocks it on in. Let's get a second look here. The jump putt, straddle, low left side, catching, beautifully done.
I hope he caught that corner pocket.
Aidan with the stepper.
Ooh, just a little low.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going with that tailwind. Should aim just a little bit higher.
It's because those PX3s don't
Or if
glide.
he would have listened to you. Yep,
Yeah,
I was about
get
to
it.
say, if he would listen to you, he have a glider disc.
That PA3 in the back.
Oh,
What are
wow.
you doing? That one sneaks, crawls, shimmies its way over the top. I don't know what other kind of adjectives you want to use there, but
I guess that was the basket
verbs.
saying sorry for the previous basket.
yeah. Boy, a lot of different things going on that hole, but only one left here to close out the second round of the River Riot. All right, let's bring it on home. Hole 18, another par 4 at 800 feet. You got those two bushes that you just flew by that kind of frame up the traditional line that you're looking for. Any of the shots that are going to get somewhere around this little valley here will set you up for a good second shot here coming up the hill. The difficulty here comes in with missing this tree on the right-hand side and then navigating the elevation coming up here, as this basket is perched on the flat here, but there is out of bounds far behind it and on the right-hand side. And there's also the potential for a rollaway if you leave it short.
Logan putting it right where you want it over that tree and leaving himself in the middle so that he has an easy approach. I don't know if he'll still be able to see the basket, but the next shot, you just really want to make sure that you're getting up top. That one gets cut down early in its flight for Calvin. We'll see how he recovers there.
Dylan looking to the skies with a giant Annie. That's somewhere. Oh, there it is. It finished out to the left-hand side. So that's a... He hit his own elbow. Looked like coming through on the actual swing. I guess Aidan liked what he saw.
Hey, see, that looks fun. Let's try that.
Oh my!
Was it one of those things? Let me show you how to do it.
That looked like a little bit more of the angle that you want, and it's moving to the right
in
still.
the flight. Oh my goodness!
Holy cow!
Wow. Yeah, I don't think that was in the playbook when LeVon put that hole in. That would be one of the plays.
That's how you break the hole.
Wow. Yeah.
Dylan there punching his second shot up. Calvin I don't want to say that 3 is out of the question, but it's kind of out of the question from back there.
Yeah. Even if he would have not hit that tree, he still would have been a little out of position to actually have a good putt at it. Logan, on the other hand, with his forehand, if he can make it up to the back, to the flat,
Jeez.
like that, wow.
That takes so much power to get that disc all the way up there.
That is so much elevation, like, and just to have the confidence to get it up there and have it stay on the flat. I mean, there's OB all behind it. There's another one on the flat there.
That's a putter approach from Aidan. That's how far up he got. Not mostly, it's usually driver to get a look at the 3.
Yeah.
On this, and just a ridiculous drive. Beautiful approach there from Dylan. He'll be putting for his par.
We needed a drone up to catch that drive. That right there was just...
Yeah. Just a line that neither one of us were ready for, even though I saw him approaching with it. I'm like, I don't know what he's doing here. And he does get the birdie on hole 18 as the reward for that drive.
Logan's not being left out of the birdie party here.
Party of 2. There were 2 birdies on this hole, and you just saw them both. Par, a very typical score on hole 18.
All right, so we see that Logan has quite a lead on his card mates. Let's see. Take a look at the leaderboard and see how it looks against the rest of the field. I only see 2 players from the chase card moving their way up to the lead card for the final round. Logan, Lucas, Jared, and Calvin.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Jared Neal on our coverage before, you're in for a treat. A very big distance thrower and a very big person in general. He's going to be fun to watch, but still a tight one. Nobody's run away with it yet, but we appreciate you guys checking out all the action. Check us out on all our socials at Ace Run Pro. Stay up to date with all of the different coverage and things we've got coming out. We appreciate our Ace Runners for a tremendous 2023 season. Thank you for all the support. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro to become an Ace Runner today. One more round left to decide the inaugural 2023 River Riot champion, and you'll see it on Ace Run Productions.